I was trying to understand why you guys have added complexities in a very simple matter.
I loved it.
Because now dating is you guys are knowing each other so that you see if you're suitable to be in a relationship.
Thank you.
It's as simple as day and night. Now, Jeremy's question, what he asked, no, I don't want to go the first person, because now what that means is I will have set precedents, or now people will pick answers from what I said. I want to first hear our guest's contribution.
Okay.
And then...
oh my God,
yes,
we are guests.
Yes. Bienvenue.
Hey, bienvenidos.
Aha. Hizo zingine pia.
And the rest of us.
Yes. Welcome back.
Kiluya mnasemanga?
You didn't know. I'm a European by birth.
Yeah. Kona shanga. I was a bit confused. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. So we have a bit of a twist for you today. This is not in any of the plans or in any of the
Kwanza
works.
piga introduction one.
Sindo naingia. Yes. So the cameras were a bit disheartened because they said that this handsome must walk with some beauty. With that said, we have decided to bring back the cast from the previous episode, last week. Alafu sasa tukapambe na urembo. Wakasema usichague bibi kwenye harusi, utakuja kushtuka. Juu atakuwa amepambwa zaidi ya kupamba.
Oh my God, women.
Now, so here with us, we have...
Nini?
Yeah.
Introduce yourselves. Kindly.
Inaitwa Buresha.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's me first.
Yes.
Konene.
And
Yes.
Corey.
Yes. Together we have the KO fraternity. So that's it. Do you have a Would You Rather? Actually, the guests of this episode would have come with a Would You Rather. Oh, guys, just in case you're joining us.
I have a small game.
We still have Xavier,
Munyaka
bin
bin
Haji.
Haji.
Yes, Munyaka bin Haji, and Jerry. Oh, and Ajay change. So yes, I like how Corey is looking at
No,
us. Clearly,
look,
she's
the
not
thing
listened
is-
to the previous episode.
We've missed one episode and now we've become guests on our own podcast.
Yeah.
I'm like the guests of the show. I'm like, we're so sorry.
You snooze, you
Just
lose.
one. Just
You
one
snooze, you
episode.
lose.
Hii Nairobi mtu wako ni mkiwa pamoja.
Yeah?
Anyway.
So I hear.
My lord.
I don't hold that
No,
value.
we've seen.
Oh, okay.
Clearly.
You know you're the male friends we have, so when you talk like that, we know you're just emulating what you do.
Raphael's opinions belong to Raphael.
Let's not speak for the masses.
We may or may not share.
Optional.
Hey, optional.
You had something to kick us off.
Sawa. This will require honesty from all of you. Okay.
We always honesty.
Aya ni sawa. Fungeni macho.
Moja ama mbili.
All of you. Zote mbili.
Corey, of course, it's all of us.
Fungeni macho. Aya, on the count of 3, point to the person on set who's not wearing a ring without opening your eyes. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Aya, fungeni macho muone mmepoint nini. Aya, the person who doesn't have a ring.
I'm the only person who does not have a ring.
You have one?
Yeah, I'm the
Oh.
only person. I know. The only person who does not have a ring.
Really?
Umefail what?
Hakupata
Jerry,
memo.
of course. Aya, fungeni macho tena.
You
Funga. Acha kucheat. Aya. On the count of 3, point to the person on set who's not wearing a watch.
That's a nice one.
Hey, I'm confused. Too many watches.
Everyone is wearing a watch.
No, he's not wearing a watch. Aya, fungeni macho tena. Ya mwisho. Point to the person on set mwenye hajavaa accessory outside of a ring and a watch on their hands. Bracelet, bangle zote.
Mwenye hana anything.
Mwenye hajavaa.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Ni Konene. Konene mwenyewe ndio amevaa watch pekee. Kila mtu mwingine ako na bango.
She has like rings and stuff.
I only do rings and watches. That's it.
Okay. Aya, tuende. Hiyo ndio will rather.
Well,
Hii hakuna foreplay.
clear
Tunarudi.
tunarudi tu. Amesema hakuna foreplay. Hiyo ni mzito. Tuliamuaje? Usikue fire.
Usikue fire.
Foreplay is a must. Now,
Yes, it is.
now that we I love it. Umesema tu kuwa honest. Now that we're here, guys, the previous episode was so tasty that the ladies decided to jump in on it. They've not told us wanaanguka na nini. So I think I'll shoot it over to Corey to tell us what questions and views she'd like to add to our takes on settling down.
No, I have. Let's. I think it would be
What
interesting.
chapter hides?
I think it would be interesting if they start with what opinions they didn't agree with.
Aha. Wameshikwa. Ukishikwa shikamana.
You wanna go first?
Please.
Usiogope.
Wait, before you answer, perhaps I can ask for a recap of what you guys had spoken about, and then we can give our opinion.
Yeah, that's a fair ask. So in the previous relationship, boy.
You
Trauma
can see
all
where your
over.
head is
Boom.
at.
Kitengela. In it.
We had asked the gentlemen what it is that they look out for when they're looking to be with somebody. And we brought up the distinction between dating and being in a relationship. And the overarching values that subsist in this space that we have agreed upon.
A safe space.
A safe space. Number 1, respect. Number 2, commitment. And number 3, having shared values. Like a shared value system.
There's also loyalty there. You have to
There was
Yes.
loyalty. And pouring from a full cup. So pour into your cup. Pour into your cup. You'll attract whatever is coming to you. Yeah.
And I think maybe I can start with when you talked about the difference between dating and like there's a difference between dating and being in a relationship.
Do you share that sentiment?
I mean, if we're dating, we're already relating. So I think to some semblance there is an existing relationship. In as much as it's not exclusive.
Tulianguka na episode 1. This is the madness that we keep on talking about. But go on.
What is the distinction at this point? A relationship does give a idea that it is exclusive, and is it? But it doesn't.
Exclusivity is exclusivity.
Honestly, it
We
does
discussed
not.
exclusivity. Nothing else defines exclusivity.
I have like, I hear you, but I also do something that might be toxic, which is I ask every man who's pursuing, are you looking for a girlfriend or a wife?
Hey.
Because those are two different things. So when you say you're dating and you're in a relationship, you still need to know, are you dating to marry, like he mentioned, or are you dating because it's fun for you to have a girlfriend?
Number itakuwa sasa hapa. Go on.
Numbers ni hapo.
Hapo tu.
Ukuli beauty.
Yeah, the beautiful ones.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to add, because I've seen even from, probably now that I've advanced kidogo, I've seen some of my friends settle down, get married, and then from who their girlfriends were before, these were people who we used to think, damn, where? Sijui ulibaguyo aje, and it was adventure, fun, nini. And now that they settle down, the girlfriends are, the wives now are a bit very opposite of what the girlfriends were. They're more calm, they're more subtle, they're more submissive. You get. So I realized, by the way, with men, there's a difference. So you need to also know where you stand. Am I dating him as a girlfriend, or is he dating to marry? I think that was my sentiment.
Okay.
And before we continue, I might need you to draw the difference, just so that we also agree on the same page. When you say someone is dating,
When you're dating, you can see other people.
Hey!
You see, the thing is,
Nimechezwa ati.
no, listen. Loosely, I will now go back to what it means in the English language. Dating means to get to know someone,
Like
to
a
go out
courtship.
on dates.
yes.
So you can use dating to mean a relationship, which is what people used to do. But what dating means is, like he said, a courtship. So getting to know someone, going out on dates, that's what dating was
Can you
defined
date
as.
exclusively?
You can do whatever
If
you
you
want.
want, if you agree.
You can do whatever you want, but that's what dating means.
If you're dating exclusively, then I do think you're in a relationship.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Bruh.
Are you, when you define relationship, are you talking about a romantic relationship?
No. Could even be sexual and you're the only thing that's making sense of that.
Gotcha. Yes, you can say to a sexual part.
Hey.
There is no romance.
Our parents
Let
are
me
watching.
ask. Let me ask. If you're dating, right, and then because you said if you're dating in a relationship,
Yes.
and then you find out,
If you're dating exclusively.
Yes.
because you said it's just the same thing. For that's what I understand. Then you realize that damn, she's not the one I want to be with. You just call it off, like though you would in a relationship.
Yes.
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 You're not being too vigorous.
How are you calling something off if it wasn't called on to begin with? This is what a
You were
relationship
dating
happens. You see,
exclusively.
the reason you call off a relationship is because I asked you to be my person. We called it on at a particular. There's that momentous time. So in dating, you're just getting to know. I'm believing that.
Because I feel like there's a difference between like how you break up in a relationship.
Let me ask you, when you say you're dating, you're allowed to see other people. Do these other people you're seeing know you're also seeing other people? Or is it just a you thing? I'm like, we're dating, but I'm also dating X, Y, Z. Do they also know you're seeing other people?
It's a
Dating
conversation
sounds
you need
like
to
it's an
have.
interview.
You see, it's not
Which
information I owe them. It's also see the fact that
Yeah.
You don't?
you listen. It's dating.
Unless you're
it's not a
being-
relation.
Unless
The same-
there's a health risk imposed,
yeah. If
there's duty to care, but there's no
Obligation.
obligation. There's duty to care, but there's no obligation.
because if we've not spoken about the exclusivity, there's an expectation you're having that it must be exclusive. While the same duty I owe you to tell me, I owe you to tell you that I'm seeing other people, I'm dating other people. You also owe me the same duty that you want it to be exclusive. So it goes both ways. And that's the openness of dating. I was looking at dating before you added your very heavy things.
Dating exclusively. It's like asking, is water wet?
The complications I added, but then
Dating is getting to know people. Actually, on the term, you date people on a daily basis without knowing you're dating them. It's just not going out on dates. When you connect with someone, you can be termed as if you look at it properly. But again, I'm the grey man. I don't want to complicate things here. So
you already did, fam.
Can I add some spice?
Please
to it?
do.
yes,
For the ladies, yeah. What's your ideal first date?
as they continue,
He's asking this
Mr.
question.
Beautiful is a bit too quiet.
Yeah,
I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried.
but even for the guys, like, what's your ideal first date?
Okay. You know, I was trying to understand why you guys have added complexities in a very simple manner.
I loved it. Love it.
Because now dating is you guys are knowing each other so that you see if you're suitable to be in a relationship.
Thank you.
It's as simple as day and night. Now, Jeremy's question, what he asked, no, I wouldn't want to I don't want to go the first person, because now what that means is I will have set precedents, or now people will pick answers from what I said. I want to first hear our guest's contribution,
Okay.
and then
Oh my God.
Yes,
we
the
are
guest.
guests.
Yes, and the question was the guest asked. Yeah, so
For being a guest, my name Konene has been mentioned too many times in every episode.
or maybe we just had a crush on you, celebrity crush. You know. Juzi tulirealize naweza kudishi mbaya ka cupcakes.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not bring consent to that, guys. Please. Anyway, do I have an ideal first date? No. My only rule is it has to be in a public place.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I
Safety and
don't know
security
what
reasons.
creep you are or if you're a
Okay.
good person. So I'd rather in a public space where probably we can have a conversation at the same time have an activity done.
why is Raphael laughing like he knows something?
No. You guys remember the story I just told you? Where there was wrongful access.
Hey,
Yes. Again, what is
Ideal.
an ideal date for you? Ideal first date for you?
I would say I think almost similar to hers. Very much. I'm big on quality time, so sit down, a good conversation, and probably an activity in between. But let it not be the major thing. Like I don't want to start going rock climbing on the first date. That's too big of a task. Or
I'd
an
never
ask.
do it if it's gone.
Can you go to Ngong Hills?
Yeah.
I would, because I'm walking.
Isn't that a physical activity?
You're climbing 8 hills.
It's fine.
7.
It's the same as taking me on a walk.
At least 7 or 8.
7.
You like to promenade.
So you decided sweat on the first date.
He won't see me sweat.
Hey.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. Moving
Oh,
on.
it's my turn.
Yes. Yours
You
and
know, that question
Haj.
is very, how do I put it? Like it's it doesn't really sit well coming from my end. Because normally as guys we are the ones to take people on dates. Now when you are asked that, it's like now you're
Not being
supposed to be
taken
on the
on a
other
date.
side. But no, I wouldn't like to be taken on a first date.
Fair enough.
Too aggressive. But anyway, ideal first date, it has to be something different. You know what I usually do? I have a bucket list of like things I want to do. So I tick my bucket list.
Okay.
You just tag along.
Okay.
Well,
Also, we do
sounds
what?
selfish.
It's a
But you
genuine
wouldn't know.
ask. Yeah.
You didn't know?
But now he's taking up his bucket list.
But you
That's
wouldn't
the
know.
idea, because you see, I'm coming to know you. You see, you want. Yes, he's sticking his bucket list, but at the end of the day, you want men to decide what it's going to be, how it's going to be. So I might as well just do something I'm enjoying.
True.
And ni venye tu amesema ni aggressive. Me, I'm usually okay with you asking me what I want.
Yes, if you're taking me on a date, I'm not taking you on a date.
So on a first date, you're okay.
With
You who cannot decide where we can eat.
Suggestions are
Point
welcome.
is, I did say I want to eat, so it's
I'm
for you to
confused.
find somewhere.
So, take charge, but don't take charge.
Take
don't want
charge,
you to
but
ask.
consult.
But ask me.
How is it take charge but consult? What do you mean? Then let's just start with the consultation.
The
Because
thing
you're
you
gonna
need
say
to
no
get
way,
is
yeah.
sometimes we change how we feel with days. And you guys need to know that.
Did we make this episode more complicated?
I might have been excited for a rock climbing activity. Alafu Saturday inafika nimeanza kunyesha. Do you think I'll go rock climbing?
But you see, then say it's not ideal. Like that.
Yeah, I'll say.
Let's postpone the date.
I'll say as long as
Yeah.
you don't make it complicated that you planned it and then now last
We
minute
have to stick to
I'm
the plan.
outing out of
But you
it.
see, you also need to give reason, because I put in a lot of effort to plan. You guys don't plan this.
We do.
Yeah, with yourselves. How many? We all know that things rarely get out of the girls' group chat for a reason.
It gets out of my group chat for a reason. 1, 2, I plan dates even with guys I like. He just said it's a bit too aggressive and that's
Yes.
why I did the look I did. But for me, I also feel like it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. Sometimes you might also be very busy and I'm the only one who's a good planner. I know that about myself. I know you're not a good planner. So I'll just say, I think ABCD would suit on this day, on this time. Check your availability.
That's after we're
I
talking
have a
about first
rebuttal.
dates.
I have a rebuttal.
That's
You've
even,
lost it.
by the way, on the first day, by the time we're going to the first day, we have had so many conversations to the point that I feel comfortable, even going physically to meet you. If it's just randomly, I've never met you before, and then you're like, yo, I think I need to take you out tomorrow, I will not come. I don't know who you are.
Noted. Yes.
Okay, me, I'll speak on behalf of the gents and myself. So, first is offer. How do you go about it? The first date, you have your bucket list. Maybe what you've always wanted to do is go to maybe waterfalls. There's one I saw in Embo. What side? It's that side. So you make arrangements.
That day
You-
was fun.
Go on, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
you guys have already gone.
Is that Ngarindari?
No, Kanunga.
Okay.
Now you guys are not allowing me to enjoy my bucket list. So let's say you guys had scheduled, that is what you wanted you guys to do on the first date. Then you're supposed to do it on Saturday. Friday, she tells you, I can't show up for whatever reason it is, and then doesn't offer an alternative. Like, we can't do it this Saturday, but what about next Saturday for you? then that is okay. You allow that reschedule, but don't allow more than one reschedule, because now it's
Becomes a
borderline.
pattern. It
You're
becomes
now
consistently.
you're not
flaky.
a priority.
You're taking the room.
Yes.
What if, hear me out, what if I tell you I'm not showing up on Friday? And that's because something has come up to the point of I don't know how my schedule for the next maybe 10 days was going to be. So I need to wait for my schedule, then tell you later, like on a Wednesday, that's when I'm like, okay. So I know I didn't appear last Saturday, but now this weekend looks free for me. Would you still want to meet up?
No. So you tell me that on Friday.
Okay.
I don't know how my week is going to be.
You tell me, I don't know how my week is going to be.
Okay.
Eh,
Communication
so
is
we can
everything.
Can I add something onto that? Like the reason why I asked, like, what's your ideal first date is? Because I feel like it's a question, especially when I'm talking to someone, it's a question I love asking. Because you see, I feel like the purpose of a date is, getting to know someone, wanting to spend time with them. And so they usually, like, I've categorized, like, especially when I'm side talk to someone, maybe someone you've met online or someone you just met, you're getting to know each other. The reason why I feel like, especially if you know where this is headed, like, damn, this chick is fine. Me, I'm not here to friend zone myself or anything. I want this to be potentially something. So I feel like I love asking that question because it helps me gauge the type of person they are. For example, there are two ways of, like, looking at this. There's a chick who'll be like, anything I want to, like, it doesn't really matter. Like she said, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, as long as it's not indoors, it can be anywhere open, like something simple. Like, but then, like, that's okay. I love that. But now there's different type of women who make it about themselves. Like, somewhere fancy, it's something nice, must be flowers. Like, the moment when someone makes it so much about themselves, actually, that's a very valid reason for to stop talking to someone.
Okay.
True.
Whereas,
Let me ask the lady. Do you always vet them or give them points by where they take you on the first date?
to be honest, no. The first one has a lot of pressure, so I'd rather something chill, like whatever. No, like to be honest, it's the vibe that matters.
Yeah.
As long as we're able to connect and we have a good conversation, even if we end up having the worst day, I'd want to be able to feel okay in that space. 5 dates later, if you're still taking me
To the same place.
or
date.
taking me on your dates that you have no interest on,
5.
like things I want to do, I'd give you 5. Like 2 to do your things and then 2 mine, and then 1 is the first one where we don't know each other well enough to know where to go.
Yeah.
After
So
5
let me give you a
dates.
scenario.
Before the scenario, so what I'm hearing is there's a grading system based on where people are
That
being
is-
taken.
Sometimes the ladies
Yes.
do have that.
Mi niliambiwa huwezi nitoa kwa nyumba niende nikunywe maji moto. Kuna sukari.
Mbona unatoa mtu kwa nyumba kunywa maji moto?
Coffee no much meat.
Oh.
Maji moto na sukari.
You see, that's disrespectful, fam. Come on, man.
Kuna
what's
shida
disrespectful?
kuna shida ukisema
Them saying that.
Yeah, maji moto na sukari. See,
Like the date, coffee date, or them saying that? Like, what's disrespect?
So me, I
Both.
said, you wanna go out for coffee?
Like, I don't feel like. Do you feel like there's an issue with because I
no,
hear
there's
that's-
no issue with
exactly.
coffee.
There's
But
no
you see,
issue.
naomba kuambia maji moto na sukari. As in,
Why is that the bother though? Like they've just communicated what their needs are. If not coffee, they want food. Are you okay
see,
doing
na nikisema
Exactly.
yes,
Just do that.
goja,
There's no
goja.
coffee house in this country that just serves purely coffee.
Exactly.
Oh,
It's like-
but that's what I wanted
No,
to ask. Is it okay? Yes, you said it's a coffee date.
I
Is it
agree.
okay nikiorder kuku?
No, but you see,
Oh, then
no,
say
Corey,
that then.
this is the lack of accountability I keep on talking about.
Bruh.
For blood's sake,
bruh.
for bloody sake. If you want to communicate, say I don't want coffee, I want us to go for a meal. That's not border. That's just dumb ass disrespectful. Exactly. Majimoto na sukari. That's no communication.
Exactly.
I hear you, and that's why I told you from the beginning, you guys need to have a conversation for a while for you to know each other. Does she like coffee? Does she like boba? What does she like? So as
Exactly.
you're planning your first date, you have a prior understanding of who the human is when you're taking them out on a date.
This person
So you
just
wouldn't have to
communicated,
have
all
this.
they want is quality time. It doesn't matter where.
But then,
I have- No, the thing is, if you're looking for a template that applies to everyone, to be honest, I don't think we'll even get it from this conversation.
Yeah.
And dating as is being in a
Majimoto na sukari.
relationship is the same as a dance. Like there's one step forward and then it depends on how the other person reacts. If they tell you this probably could be their sense of humor is to that extent.
That's
just-
BS. That's genuine BS.
No, fam, hear me out.
You know what you're
Hear
doing?
me. No.
Sugarcoating.
We're not sugarcoating.
No.
She actually has
She's
a point.
supporting the delusionalism.
I am
Gaslighting.
trying to level the playing field.
Premium gaslighting.
Do you know if they're gaslighters, it's you men? Because the way it's coming out.
Why is it?
Why is you guys who are feeling the pain usually feel when they do this shit to us? So please, don't say we're gaslighting.
We were not
No,
meant to
you see,
argue, isn't
the idea is not a competition on who's gaslighting people. She has, in this case. You
I'm not
cannot-
saying your feelings
disrespect
are not
cannot be taken as a
valid.
case of as a sense of as a higher sense of humor. Come on,
She was
man.
lactose intolerant. Tukisema maji moto na chai inamaanisha kunyongi maziwa.
Hapana, konene.
Now she's sugarcoating. Now she is.
Si ati ukienda kwa IG yake utaona one of the 3 pictures zenye ziko pinned is a coffee. Na niye ameshika anakunywa.
You know,
You see,
just tell me.
I don't even need to go on IG and stuff. You see, that's the idea. And I'm getting where Corey is coming from, which I want her to finish before I get there. So kindly go on.
Oh yeah. To be honest, ongea tu naye. Akisema hataki maji moto anataka nini?
No, the thing is,
And then I say,
like the thing is, maybe what I've realized, like, okay, I'm speaking for myself. Like every time, most times, especially if I'm asking, like, let's go for coffee or something. Like most times, I end up not taking coffee. Like exactly, that's really the thing. For example, let's go on a coffee date. Then you end up taking milkshakes, for example. Like when I say it's a coffee date, doesn't necessarily mean wewe kunywa your chai, rudi home.
but you can clearly see this person took it as literal coffee, and that's why they said no.
No, Raf's case
They didn't
was,
say no.
It was
They
said how
disrespected me.
Taki
They
Yeah,
didn't say
it
no.
was
They're
like-
saying no.
she was watering down his efforts. You know, your intention is
We
let's
don't
go
water.
out on a date.
Yeah.
But her, she thinks you guys are just going to
Majimoto.
consume warm food and things like that.
Warm fluids.
And this is the thing. Effective communication necessitates that. Just simply say, I do not want coffee. But there's no way you're telling me. Sense of humor.
Sasa hakuna
Bloody hell.
So siwezi banta na wewe.
Banta na tujajuana bado. No,
She's
you see.
trying to let you in.
Mnajuana, mbona mnamtetea? Mlikuwa mnajuana?
No, you see.
1 month in.
Ai,
Listen,
banta.
you see, my point is, you're willing to look at all the other things
Communicate,
to
don't
take away the
communicate.
fact that it's disrespect
Take
because
charge,
it's that
don't take
it's
charge.
the lady and a kosh.
Understanding each gender is a bit difficult for the other gender.
You
to
see
be
why
honest.
it's best
No, no,
to
no.
just
honest.
tick your bucket list.
Yes.
It takes a lot of these things out.
Logically, it makes sense. And this is I agree.
Okay,
I
now
agree.
he's really good on his side. You know?
Because you see, all I'm trying to say
It's
is
like
all
Raila
the
making
reasons,
sense now.
all the reasons you guys are giving are to justify that was a shitty response. There's nothing you can do about
Yeah, you
it.
can't just.
Here's accountability for you. Then that was a shitty response, but
But negates everything that comes
No.
before it.
it was a shitty response.
Did she put a
And
laughing emoji?
I think this was a phone conversation or text.
You know.
It was a shitty response. Probably should have said something different. But if you didn't ask or said you found XYZ, I think if as long as you're communicating, na mnajua kuongeleshana, then this would be a non-issue and you'd know where to go.
I
First.
think as a date, whoever you vibe with. Because when you guys vibe, these things are...
They're not even.
Okay.
It's not even a topic of discussion.
Aya, tumalizie na scenario. Sitasema kaa ilihapenia ama ilihapenia.
Asking for a friend.
So hawa watu wawili wameenda Boreno.
Yeah, okay.
Umesikia?
And you know I
It's
go
nice. It's creative.
Okay. For snakes, so I always think this place is hard.
and you know I go to Arboretum like every Saturday morning.
So tread carefully.
Yeah,
You know what it is.
just putting it out there.
Wako Arboretum, wamekaa down. Umse alikuwa amekaa na snacks.
Okay.
So it's like a picnic.
Umse is gender neutral in this sense. Haya, si wamekaa chini. Umse akachukua bag akaeka hapo. Kafungua hizo mawawao ziko hapo ndani. Kambia use mwingine kamikono hivi. So if you're vibing, does that work for you? It works for you.
I think it's bad. For me, I think it's a joke. But if it does the second time, I laugh about it. But then the second time, somebody will say they are tired of Junior.
So context matters here.
Yeah.
Context
By
matters.
the time you get to dating, you guys need to be friends.
He's a hands-on person.
But you
Yes.
see, dating. He's a hands-on person. You know what, guys? I think that with that said, yeah, shalom, ciao, adios. Thanks, guys. Till next time.
Bye bye.